Welcome back, and guess what time it is? It's time to talk about some national sports, and I think that it may be an understatement to say that this season was a struggle for the 76ers, but the Philly fans continue to remain faithful. Now, this week, the Sixers learned that they got the third pick in the NBA lottery draft. We have Philly Inquirer's 76ers beat writer Keith Pompey on the phone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, I know fans are a little bit worried that this was a bust getting the third overall pick, but is it as bad as some people are making it sound?
It's not as bad as some people think. There's some people who believe that, it would have been better off getting number one. But I think it will still enable them to get the point guard that they desperately need. And a guy like D'Angelo Russell, I think he's the guy who they really want. And there's a solid chance that he'll be sitting there at 3.
All right, so you mentioned D'Angelo Russell. Now, do you think that the point guard position is where the 76ers have their eyes set for this draft?
They have two centers. They're going to try to turn one into a power forward, and Nerlens Noel, and he'll play alongside Joel Embiid, who's going to be the center next year. So it just seems like, you need a point guard. I mean, you traded away your point guard last year, Michael Carter-Williams, because you felt that one of these guys in this draft now were better than him. So it seems like you need to get this replacement.
All right, well, so you're going to have Joel Embiid at center, Nerlens Noel at power forward, Tony Wroten will be back and healthy. Now, they might have a pretty solid lineup coming up for this season, but looking ahead, what is your initial thoughts towards the 2015-2016 roster?
I think it's going to be a more solid roster in comparable to the last two seasons, but I do think that they're still going to struggle because they're going to be a young team. I mean, think about it. It's going to be a bunch of 21-year-olds, 19 to 21-year-olds playing in the NBA. They're going to struggle.
All right, well, 19 to 21-year-olds without much veteran experience will definitely make for a tough year, especially with some guys that I don't know if their maturity is quite there yet. But Keith Pompey right there from the Philly Inquirer, thank you so much again for joining us tonight. Spencer, I think that this team is building in the right areas, but in my opinion, they should definitely be spending some money on landing a big name and a veteran in the league in order to see the success that they want.
Keith is my man, telling it exactly like it is. This team is going to struggle, but the fact is, I like their roster right now in pieces as far as moving forward. They're on a 3-year plan, and I agree, you're good on the centers and power forwards. Now, don't be surprised if they reach for someone like a Justin Winslow. He's got all types of potential talent, and that's what you want because you want to develop it at this point. I don't really necessarily know if you need D'Angelo Russell, who's a little bit more proven product right now, more polished. But I think they're moving in the right direction. You just got to be patient for them right now. All right, well, it's time for another quick commercial break, but coming up next is what you have all been waiting for, our top plays of the week. Keep it right here.
I'm Trahern. I play center field in Sussex Tech, and you're watching Tomorrow Sports Insiders.